So there was some technical difficulties and the camera actually stopped recording, and I didn't realize that it had stopped recording. So I'm in the middle of doing the tutorial, but I'm gonna start from the beginning, kind of, just bear with me. So I have on underneath my eyes just a translucent powder to catch any fallout. I just applied that with a beauty blender, so that explains the bake-in situation happening here. And this is strictly to catch any fallout from the palette. As far as this palette goes, I am used to the Morphe palettes being more of like that plastic kind of material, a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more heavy duty. As far as this palette goes, I'm not a big fan of the paperback just because I know that this is gonna get really dirty, especially being that it's a white color. And if you're like me and your kind of makeup is all over the place and you're traveling a lot and you're just throwing things in your bag, I just know that this is gonna get so dirty so quickly. So I'm not a huge fan of the paperback. I wish that this would have been a different situation, but that definitely doesn't take away from how beautiful this palette is when you open it. I love the gray inside, like the silvery tone. I think that it really makes the colors stand out and it really makes them pop. As far as the actual shadows go themselves, I think that there is such a great range of color in this palette. You can create neutral looks, day looks, easy looks, night looks. You have like pops of color. So the color that I have on my eyes right now is this shade right in here, which is just like a really nice neutral shade. And I literally just buffed that in my crease. The pigmentation of this color, I am so impressed because it literally took like a couple of swipes on my crease and it created so much depth and definition, as you guys can see on my eyes currently. I'm really inspired by Rihanna right now and her new song, Wild Thoughts. I love the video, so that's kind of the inspiration behind the eyeshadow, kind of like more of that teal vibe. So I'm gonna definitely stay in this realm right over here and create a look. So I'm just going in with a little bit more of that brown shade that I pointed out to you guys, and I'm just blending this in my crease. Okay, so now that I have that color on, I'm gonna deepen up the outside of my crease with a combination of these two browns right in here. And I'm gonna kind of mainly stay more on the outside corner of my eyes. There's not much fallout happening so far, which is a plus. Not that I didn't think that this palette wouldn't be amazing. I mean, Morphe has such beautiful products and shadows. Okay, so now for the teal vibe that Rihanna has in the video, I'm gonna use a combination of these three shades down in here. I'm gonna kind of just like layer and kind of just play until I'm happy with the color teal that I'm getting. And I'm gonna be using this MAC 275 brush, starting with this baby right over here. I have high hopes for the shade. I want it to be super pigmented. Let's see what it's giving us. Ooh. Come through, pigment. I've never really done a color like this on my eyes, so I'm a little shook, if you will. And I'm literally just pressing and packing this on my lid. And I'm just gonna go in with a MAC blending brush just to kind of give this a little bit of a blend into my crease. So as I'm blending this shade out, I am noticing that the color and like the pigment is shearing out a little bit, which I kind of find that with colors like this, that just kind of tends to happen. So I am gonna pick up a little bit more on this 224 to try to get that pigment back to where I need it. But overall, not too shabby. I think that for this shade, if you want like its full potential, it's gonna work best with just packing it on the lid. But once you start blending the color out, it just kind of starts to sheer out a little too much for me. So this is definitely a color that I would kind of keep on the lid, but it's not gonna give you too much of a blend, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys can see, but it like really shears out once I started trying to blend it, which is totally okay because we're just gonna pack a couple more shades on top of it to really give us that like that teal pop that we're looking for. I am gonna go in with a deeper color on my outer corner. I'm gonna use this charcoaly color down over here. And again, I'm just gonna do this on like the outer corners of my eyes, just for a little drama. So I'm just going in with a fluffier brush just to kind of really try to blend all of this together. I'm trying to eliminate as much like separation from color to color as possible. I'm picking up some of that warmer, lighter brown that I used in the very beginning. just to kind of like bring a little smokiness back. Now to give us back that little teal vibe that I want, I'm gonna kind of toggle back and forth between this beautiful turquoise metallic color and this kind of like smoky gray-y green color. And I'm just gonna pack this all over my lid. I don't know if it's because I have that teal as a base that maybe this is not really doing what I need it to do. So I'm gonna try spritzing my brush with my Morphe Prep and Set and see if this will kind of make these adhere a little better. Okay, I think that definitely helped the application. As you guys can see, when I wet the brush, it definitely makes it a little bit more foiled and it makes it adhere a little bit more. I'm also noticing though a lot of fallout, which is expected with colors that are like this pigmented and like this metallic, but definitely wetting that brush made a world of a difference with the application. Okay, so I'm gonna dust off all of this fallout. I'm gonna use this Morphe brush with a little bit of a translucent powder on top. And just to get rid of like this cakiness that's happening under my eyes, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this Prep and Set just to kind of make it sink in and absorb into my skin. From watching the video, I couldn't really tell exactly what the makeup was exactly like. So again, it's just inspired by Rihanna's look in that video. And for my waterline, I'm gonna use this Lancome pencil. This is in the shade Paradis. I think it's like Paradise. This is my first time using this pencil. And I'm just gonna run this in my waterline. Ooh, it's so creamy and so beautiful. And I'm gonna go back in with this teal shade, but this time, instead of trying to blend it out, I'm just gonna lightly kind of just press it on top of that liner just to kind of set it a little bit, if that makes sense. I love how creamy this pencil is. It literally is just gliding on the inner rim of my eye. And this color is literally so beautiful. I'm gonna also take some of this teal liner and just kind of run it on the inner corner of my eyelid. So it's a little too late for this, but I wish that I would have almost used this pencil as like a base and then pressed that teal matte color on top, because I think that that really would have performed the way that I wanted this alone to perform. So I would definitely suggest with some of these more pops of color when using them, I would suggest that you definitely use a base kind of up that alley so that it really makes these colors pop. Okay, I'm gonna do my lashes and mascara off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I applied Lily Lashes in the Style Miami, and I have been so obsessed with this Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara, so I used this on my top lashes and I also used this on my bottom lashes. And then I also lined my inner rim of my eyes at the top with this NYX Slide On Glide On pencil in black. So we're gonna move on to adding a couple more elements to finish the look. We're gonna start off with a little bit of glow. Before I apply a little bit of glow, again, I'm just gonna spray some Prep and Set, kind of mainly in my cheeks, because that's where I want the glow to be. And I did this yesterday and you guys went crazy on my Snapchat for it, but I actually used this Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This is in shade 100 Molten Gold, and it is just such a beautiful shade, and it's just so creamy. It's not very powdery at all. And I'm just gonna use this as my base first. All right, we're just gonna pop this on the high points of our cheeks. You guys see how stunning that is? It literally looks so beautiful. It literally melts into your skin, literally. So bomb, so beautiful. Maybelline literally knocked it out of the park with this baby. So stunning. I'm gonna also add some up here on the temples of my forehead. And now that I have the highlight on the temples of my forehead, I'm gonna go in with that brush that I applied my bronzer with and just kind of blend it a little bit. And as a topper, I'm gonna use my Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder, and this is in the shade Gold Digger. The trick to creating this blinding glow is I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that Prep and Set, just right on the cheekies. Really, really, really lightly. And then we're just gonna pop this baby on the high points. And it literally, just literally takes that glow to the next level. I mean, I just can't. So stunning. Whew. Okay, so I know that some of you guys feel really intimidated with using my highlighters because they are in a loose form, but the really, really awesome thing about them is since they are in a loose form, the pearls used in the actual product, they retain their entire integrity, so that's how they look so blinding. What I absolutely love to do, and I recommend this to everyone, is use like a base as something that you can layer under it, and it'll almost give the loose pigment something to stick to. So literally this combination for me has been heaven. I did this yesterday, uploaded on my Snapchat, everyone freaked out. If you're not following me on Snapchat already, make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat. And yeah, this is like my new favorite combination. I'm gonna also use the Maybelline highlighter to highlight down the bridge of my nose, just like so. Gonna also use it on the inner corner of my eyes. So gorgeous. Moving on to lips. To line my lips, I'm gonna use this ColourPop pencil. This is a lippy pencil in collaboration with my girl Karen, I Love Sarai, and this is in the shade Curvy. For my lipstick, I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Kim KW, which is just a beautiful pinky nude. I really love how the pencil contrasts with the lipstick because I feel like it almost accentuates my lips. It makes them look a little bit bigger, a little bit juicier. You guys know I love lip gloss, so I'm gonna take it one step further and I'm gonna apply this Chanel Coco Rouge lip gloss in the shade 712. And lastly, one last time, I swear, last time, we're gonna spray this Morphe Prep and Set setting spray just to lock all of this magic in. Okay, so overall, these are my thoughts on this palette. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I think the range of shades is amazing. I think again with like this specific shade and maybe anything else that's like super pigmented or that's like a really big pop of color, I would definitely suggest that you use a base under it that's up that alley to really make sure that that color really pops and it really sticks. All of the matte shades that I use, like the browns, like the lighter browns, these deeper browns and this charcoal in here performed so amazingly, super, super pigmented, blended out so beautifully. And again, with the metallics, I found that really spraying your brush before applying them is really what's gonna save the day and really make the color really pop and stand out and adhere to your eyelids so much better. Overall, I'm obsessed with this look. I probably would have never done something like this if I wouldn't have seen Rihanna do it. So shout out to Riri. And yeah, overall, I'm really excited to use this palette again and create some more looks. If you guys have your eyes on this baby, I would definitely go out and get it. I think that it's a great palette. And again, like the range is so awesome. So Morphe is just such a great price point that you just can't go wrong regardless. During this tutorial, I also used some new products that I've never used before, like this Lancome Drama Liquid Pencil, which I've never used and I'm glad that I did. Now I am definitely gonna try every other shade that they make because it was so creamy and it stays on so well. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed my little tip when it comes to like highlighting and how to get your glow to really, really be that like booming glow. As you guys can see right here, I have a special discount code for you guys. If you guys want to pick up any of my Diamond Glow powders, I'll leave that in the description box below so that you guys can save some money if you guys want to pick some up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Before you leave, make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about this look. Let me know how my little highlighting trick works if you guys decide that you guys want to try it at home. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.